7-Eleven was founded in 1927 by J.C. Thompson in Texas, USA. It was initially called the Southland Ice Company, and the store initially only supplied milk, bread, and eggs to customers on Sundays when supermarkets were closed. The company gained its current name when it changed its opening hours from between 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. in 1999. The store quickly expanded, franchising their business in 2009. With this, they also expanded their product offering to provide goods such as instant foods, candies, soft drinks, newspapers, ATM services, snack foods, and so on. In order to meet consumers' daily needs, the company recognises consumer lifestyles as mobile and active. It is designed to be easily accessed and more convenient than supermarkets. This is helpful for customers who may be time poor or require 24-hour access. Their needs can be fulfilled anytime, anywhere. Today, we are exploring 7-Eleven in Taiwan. Our team is made up of Sang, Heather, Brady, Cheng, and Daniel. And our team will take you through the store's economic and industry characteristics, a SWOT analysis of the company, its positioning, and its international strategy in greater detail. Overall, we aim to analyse and provide insight on 7-Eleven's success and failures of its business strategy within the foreign market. We hope you enjoy.
To determine the economic and industry characteristics of the convenience store industry in Taiwan, it is first necessary to look at the general environment of Taiwan to gain a better understanding of the nature of the country and a structure of operations in the nation. The demographic sector of Taiwan is comprised of approximately 23 million people, mainly of Taiwanese descent, although there is a small percentage of mainland Chinese immigrants. The most populous age group is among those ages 25 to 54, making up about 47% of the population. This suggests that there is a large amount of working professionals in Taiwan that may keep a busy schedule and may find the convenience store industry appealing. The economic segment of Taiwan shows a very strong position. Taiwan is considered one of the four tigers, which consists of 4 nations in Asia that have shown exceptional growth and strong economic conditions in recent years. Taiwan has displayed consistent growth and has kept inflation rates low or even negative, and unemployment rates very low. They have also been in several trade agreements with countries such as China and New Zealand, and have notable export industry, which is impressive for a country with such little natural resources. Finally, looking at the socio-cultural segment of the nation, it has been witnessed that the people of Taiwan are developing into a fast-paced, high-convenience nation, which appeals to the convenience store industry, since it is even in the name of the industry that they are structured for people's convenience. Convenience stores are also trying to develop in areas of technology to strive to meet consumers' increasing technological demands.
Firstly, I'd like to introduce the principal economic of the convenience stores in Taiwan. The principal economic are the things that a business should do to be functionally operating in the industry it belongs to. For a convenience store, one of the most important things is the replenishment. You cannot leave the expired milk on the shelf or leave the shelf empty, or there will be less customers to visit your store as your store no longer satisfies their needs. However, the goods in convenience store are deteriorating products, which means that the product's utility or quality is decreasing with time. Diminishing stocks, also known as deteriorating stocks, according to Gay and Schrader, are classified into 3 categories. The first one is the direct spoilage, products such as vegetables, fruits, seafoods, and etc. The second one is physical depletion, such as gasoline, alcohol, and etc. The third one is the deterioration caused by radiation change and the loss of efficiency in inventory, such as electronic device and medicine. Instead of the 3 categories above, NAMIAS classifies deteriorating stocks by the inventory's lifetime, the fixed lifetime, and the random lifetime. The fixed lifetime means that the product has a specific lifetime. In fact, at the end of its lifetime, the utility of these products becomes so low that they basically have no value, such as milk, mailbox, and so on. The random lifetime. The items have no specific utility life. The lifetime of these items are random variables. These are called time-dependent deteriorating items, such as electronic devices, chemicals, medicine, and so on. For convenience stores, reducing cost is one of the priorities. To do that, the stores need to control the stock replenishment efficiently based on its deteriorating nature. An efficient replenishment can help the store to gain its profit margin. In order to have an efficient stock replenishment, the stores could apply two-stage model, which can calculate the estimated amount of replenishment. In the two-stage model, the first stage is to obtain the reorder amount with the consideration of the estimated forecast of demand, the newsboy method, and the hypothesis testing. The second stage is to create a novel warning system. Another principle is about the relationship with suppliers. A good and stable relationship will ensure the stability of the supply, lower the chance of stockout, at the same time ensures the quality of the supply, and getting the fresh sources of products, especially goods like milk, meat, vegetables, and etc. So, how should the stores do in order to maintain a good relationship with the suppliers? According to Wu, we learned that in order to maintain a good relationship with the supplier, the stores should actively reflect the selling quantity and the selling trend to the suppliers in order to help the suppliers to understand the market and produce products better meet customers' needs. For example, if there are many people ask about the strawberry-flavored milk, the stores should not just buy from the supplier, but also reflect this trend to supplier, and it is important for both stores and suppliers to understand the need of customers in order to increase the profit. Now, let's talk about the industry characteristics. What are the characteristics that the Taiwanese convenience stores have? Most people, when think about convenience stores, they think about the food, daily necessities, and even magazines that they could buy from the store, the handy location of the stores, and the 24/7 opening hours. However, there's more you can get from a Taiwanese convenience store, because in order to attract customers, besides selling the product, the convenience stores in Taiwan also provide thoughtful services. In order to make higher profit, many convenience stores in Taiwan hold services such as providing the express delivery, photo printing, publish advertisements, and etc. The diversity of the products and service and the differentiation in product combination can satisfy customers' need and help the stores to generate more customers. Imagine that you need to get your picture printed and use it immediately, but it takes time to find a photo studio. Then you find out that every convenience store in Taiwan provides photo printing services, and there's one store right in front of you. Isn't it the true meaning of convenient? Another industry characteristic of convenience store in Taiwan is the green marketing. Nowadays, people start to put more effort in environmental protection as our environment is getting worse. The green marketing held by Taiwanese stores are going to help the stores generate more customers and thus increase its competitive power in the industry.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now I'm standing in front of a real-life 7-Eleven store in Taiwan. I'd like to interview some of the customers now.
Focusing more on the specific nature of the convenience store industry, it is helpful to utilize a Porter's 5-force analysis to describe the characteristics of the industry. The first force to analyze is the risk of entry by potential competitors. Taiwan has the highest per capita density of convenience stores, with one store for every 2,500 people in the country. There are over 10,000 convenience stores in total. 7-Eleven's market share is 50% of the market, which might make it intimidating for new competitors. However, it is easy for a convenience store to open, though they will not have much market power in such a large industry. 7-Eleven has strong economies of scale due to an established presence, as well as strong brand loyalty and low consumer switching costs. The next force to look at is the intensity of rivalry among established competitors. Once again, 7-Eleven's market share is at least 50% of the existing market, making it a strong force to contend with. The main competitors include Family Mart, High Life, and OK, though the next leading competitor, Family Mart, has only 2,952 stores as of 2015, while 7-Eleven has over 5,000 stores. Looking at the industry competitive structure, there are only a few large competitors that dominate the market. The industry demand is growing as the need for convenience is growing. This ends up lessening the risk felt by actual convenience stores, however. Also, exit barriers are low, suggesting that it is not too challenging to leave the industry, especially for smaller stores that don't have much of a market presence. The third force to look at is the bargaining power of buyers. Several characteristics of the industry include the facts that buyers have the ability to pick and choose who they buy from. Buyers don't purchase in large quantities, which lessens the buyer's position, as they don't make large purchases from only one store. Supply industry also relies on buyers because they supply items that buyers buy directly. Switching costs are low for buyers. Buyers can't produce their own product, which is good for the convenience stores because that means that there's demand for their product. The fourth force to look at is the bargaining power of suppliers. Presumably, there are lots of suppliers for things in convenience stores, as there are many products. Suppliers rely directly on purchases from the convenience store. Suppliers would not incur large switching costs if they were to provide to another competitor. However, this might hurt their reputation considering the brand recognition 7-Eleven has created if they were to switch from supplying to 7-Eleven. There is also the threat for convenience stores to enter the suppliers industry, and has been done by PCSC through distribution channels. The final force to look at is the threat of substitute products for the convenience store industry. 7-Eleven is selling products that consumers can buy at convenience. Therefore, it doesn't matter to the consumer which type of product they get, as long as they get it where it's most convenient to them. Thus, there's a very high risk for the threat of substitutes in this type of industry. Summarizing this analysis, we conclude that there's a low to medium risk of new entrants into the market. There is a low to medium risk experienced by already existing competitors. There is a low to medium risk of suppliers, and a high threat of substitute products. This suggests that 7-Eleven Taiwan should be conscious of competition from either those attempting to enter the market or those already existing competitors, but they should be focusing their strategy on differentiating themselves from their competition to attempt to lower the bargaining power of buyers and the threat of substitute products.
You choose to show up at 7-Eleven store?
Because it was there.
Thank you. Because 7-Eleven store is really convenient and it's open 24/7.
To continue the analysis of the economic and industry characteristics of the convenience store industry, it is important to identify things such as key success factors and key performance indicators that make the industry develop the way it does. Key success factors are factors that should be considered by every competitor in the industry in order for their own firms to be successful. For the convenience store industry in Taiwan, the KSFs to focus on can be seen listed on the slide. Included in these is the ability to develop new innovative products, which is essential for differentiation among competitors in the industry. They should also focus on creating a favorable image and reputation with buyers, as well as opening stores in convenient locations, which are those most accessible to the target market. Also, the key performance indicators in the convenience store industry are the quantifiable measurements that a company looks at in order to gauge whether or not the company is performing well. For the convenience store industry, these can include number of specific items sold, sales by region, profit margin, number of customers, number of footfalls in the stores, and the employee turnover rate. By keeping track of these events, figures, and other items over time, the 7-Eleven and other convenience stores should be able to conclude whether or not their company is performing well or if something needs to be changed to increase service and value to customers. Finally, it is necessary to analyze which business-level strategy should be used by convenience stores in order to perform at the highest quality and provide the best value to the customers. Due to the need to provide similar items at low cost, competitors find themselves facing vigorous price wars. Also, convenience stores find themselves selling similar products and find themselves facing consumers with low switching costs, and they end up using the products in very similar ways. These characteristics of the industry suggest that convenience stores in Taiwan should pursue a low-cost strategy. However, many convenience stores in the industry follow innovative strategies to differentiate themselves from the competition. This implies that convenience stores are actually seeking a best cost strategy because they are also facing value-conscious buyers who are seeking mid-range products while differentiation is actually the industry norm.
In this next section, I'll be looking at the SWOT analysis of 7-Eleven. Strengths. 7-Eleven owns the largest logistics system nationwide in Taiwan. Their logistics system is very advanced and allows for not only the daily delivery of fresh goods, but also the production due to PCSC's interconnected product systems. Therefore, 7-Eleven can reap the benefits of major cost reductions, for example, due to franchising delivery trucks out. 7-Eleven is extremely adaptable to local influences as seen in the introduction of the tea egg, as well as the introduction of new products every 2 weeks. The way in which 7-Eleven rents stores allows them to create new stores and change locations with relative ease, meaning they can service as many customers as possible wherever that may be. 7-Eleven offers a wide variety of services from taxi services, pre-ordering, delivery and pickup, to internet-based services through their iBond systems. not just simply offering convenient groceries. 7-Eleven has incredibly high brand recognition and recollection, usually sitting at the top of the customer's mind, which therefore makes them more recognizable than any other competitors. 7-Eleven offers a huge number of stores, 5,038 as of February 2016 in Taiwan, meaning they create massive revenue and profits. Local consumers feel proud that a homegrown company, PCSC, has succeeded as much as they have, therefore invoking national pride for the brand of 7-Eleven. Weaknesses. The capabilities of a firm are where individual tangible and intangible resources are combined. Furthermore, the core competencies of a firm are capabilities that serve as a source of competitive advantage for a firm over its rivals, as identified by Hansen in 2014. These core competencies, which translate into valuable capabilities, rare capabilities, costly to imitate capabilities, and non-substitutable capabilities of 7-Eleven are fairly easy to imitate if a rival attempted to do so. The major aspect which restrains competitors from doing so is the funding. However, if another very large multinational company wished to enter the convenience store market and had the funding to do so, they would be able to imitate 7-Eleven's capabilities such as distribution, human resources, marketing, management and others due to their relative transparency. Therefore, one of 7-Eleven's major weaknesses is the lack of non-substitutable capabilities, which are essential to remain the number one convenience store in Taiwan and overseas. Employee training is something that 7-Eleven in Taiwan did not really need to undertake, other than the bare necessities like register operations. The nature of most Taiwanese people meant they were all very friendly. However, when opening stores in new countries such as China, employees did not possess the same kind of mannerisms. Therefore, they need to focus on further training. Opportunities. Continued growth in the Taiwan economy means there is ongoing potential for 7-Eleven to open even more stores in new locations to capture even more market share and generate more revenues and profits. There is a definite trend for Asian consumers shopping more at convenience stores than traditional supermarkets. In 2013, there was a 13.8% growth in convenience stores compared to a 12% in supermarkets. Additionally, of a selected sample, convenience stores serviced 33.3% more people in 2013 compared to 2011, whereas supermarkets actually served 5.4% less people in 2013 compared to 2011. To further illustrate this, the average customer spent 28% more in convenience stores in 2013 compared to 2011, whereas the average customer spent 6.5% less in supermarkets in 2013 compared to 2011. There is a definite and rapid growth in convenience stores in China and other Asian countries. Threats. PCSC has invested a lot of money in opening new stores in China and continues to do so. However, China is experiencing the slowest economic growth rate in 25 years. This potentially creates a big threat. There may be reduced revenues and profits in China, therefore they will not receive the profits necessary to counteract the outlay in capital. Consumers worldwide are generally becoming more price sensitive. 7-Eleven must keep prices low and comparable to close competitors, otherwise they will potentially experience declining market share. More specifically, Chinese consumers, where 7-Eleven are expanding to, are becoming particularly price sensitive. Countries in which PCSC are opening new 7-Eleven stores in have fierce competition, for example China, where in 2013 7-Eleven had 1,925 stores, and the biggest competitor Sinopec Group had 23,300 stores. The first strategy I will be looking at is one that uses strengths to take advantage of opportunities. There is a huge potential for 7-Eleven to capture a vast amount of not only convenience store market share in many Asian countries, but a part of the supermarket market share due to the trend of quick shopping at small shops in convenient locations. 7-Eleven can take advantage of this due to their ability to open up a large number of stores in a short amount of time, and with their globally recognized brand, they can open in basically any new market they wish, or heavily expand in existing markets such as China. The next strategy I'll be looking at is one that uses strengths to avoid threats. In order to become the market leader in certain countries such as China, 7-Eleven can saturate the market with stores, open up as many as possible in as many places as possible. Doing this will allow them to compete with the number one convenience store, Sinopec. They can achieve this as their colossal amounts of cash flow and revenue from existing stores and countries will allow them to open as many stores as they wish. The next strategy I will be looking at is a strategy that takes advantage of opportunities by overcoming weaknesses. 7-Eleven can expand and encapsulate market share by further differentiating their brand and stores by offering more unique products and services that are impossible or very hard for competitors to imitate. This includes anything along the lines of services already offered such as pre-ordering, parcel pickup, taxi services, internet services. They could perhaps look into going so far as to deliver products to the customer. Additionally, a service that would really differentiate them among competitors is to implement a virtual supermarket in very convenient locations such as train stations, as Tesco has experimented with. 7-Eleven could make this a core element of their business as it would align with their core competencies, otherwise known as convenience. The last strategy I will be looking at is a strategy that minimizes weaknesses and avoids threats. To overcome increased price sensitivity found in the majority of consumers, 7-Eleven could focus on employee training to provide elite customer service that would allow them to keep prices either the same or similar, even if they would be higher than competitors, as customers would see extra value in shopping at 7-Eleven.
Wow, a $3 muffin! Another successful day in 7-Eleven in Taiwan.
In Taiwan, 7-Eleven is the largest convenience store chain. The first store opened in 1979, and as of February 2016, there are 5,038 stores across Taiwan. Taiwan's main competitors within the convenience store industry are Family Mart Taiwan, established in 1988 with currently 2,952 stores. High Life Convenience Store, established in 1989 with more than 1,241 stores, last updated in 2010. And OK Convenience Store, formed in 1988 with more than 824 stores. Even though these are all considered convenience stores, how does 7-Eleven stand out from its competitors? How did it get such an advantage and dominance of the market in which it is competing? 7-Eleven has put itself into an advantage over its competitors by supplying and adding meaning to what it means to become a convenience store. The meaning of convenience store is true to the word in Taiwan, and stores like 7-Eleven are leading it. Just to name a few things, you can get your dry cleaning done, pay for your bills, things such as speeding tickets, insurance, electricity, and water. You can call for a taxi, recharge your mobile phone, renew your driver's license, and send mail. In this highly competitive market, not only are they meeting the physical needs of the consumers, but also the intangible needs. This is not only expanding on their market, but also makes them unique that stands out from the rest. This puts them not only as a competitor in the snack on the go industry, but also the service industry. Convenience is made even easier as 7-Eleven offers an online service where goods and services can be pre-booked and ordered in advance and even delivered if desired, taking out the cost of time and traveling out of the consumer's pockets. The branding of 7-Eleven is powerful in the convenience store industry as it is. However, co-branding with other popular pop cultures within the region also strengthens its name and branding. If we look at 7-Eleven in Taiwan, it has appealed to a younger audience by adding cartoon characters and encourage customers to come back and build a strong brand loyalty. 7-Eleven has done past events with Doraemon, Open-chan, Disney, and Marvel, and these are all highly popular within Taiwan. 7-Eleven has also played a role in their local communities by engaging and having influence in the contribution in the advancement of society. It has participated and held volunteer events that help those with disabilities, cleaning up the community, and promoting and spreading awareness on cleanliness such as washing your hands.
The company also supplies a full range of marketing support to all franchises to enable the advertisement of their sales. For example, in-store signage, PR, and television advertisements. Yet the sales themselves are tailored to local needs and wants. Notably, often the in-store products are similar across the globe but have different packaging to suit the consumers in each specific country. Using the franchising entry mode, the firm also conducts value chain activities to identify location-based advantages in certain areas. As well, its unique franchising system allows for existing stores to be passed across to new franchisees, meaning franchisees do not necessarily have to start from scratch at a new location. In this way, the company can maintain their location where their rivals may be weakest. Due to the intensity of competition among convenience stores in Taiwan, there is an integral role placed on the retail branding and overall brand image of 7-Eleven. This includes creating new packaging and labelling to differentiate from competitors. Porter's Diamond for National Competitive Advantage determines that companies are more likely to succeed overseas if specific attributes are favourable. These attributes are factor conditions, related and supporting industries, strategy, structure and rivalry, and demand conditions. In terms of common technical training for its employees, 7-Eleven's training program is designed to identify and develop employee skills. Particularly, their career path program assists employees at every level to better understand their roles. Employees are also trained to handle store robberies. This has reduced robberies substantially and have made the company's employees feel safer. The company's methodological product and process improvement includes its commitment to receiving deliveries more frequently, thus delivering fresher products to customers. As well, the company has continuous product development for popular products such as the Slurpee and the Big Bite. 7-Eleven's cooperative and competitive systems focus on expansion, capital intensity, and competition. Depending on location, the store has to adopt different aggressive or conservative expansion strategies every year. Given the high density competition levels in Taiwan, expansion strategies need to be slow and conservative. In terms of natural and labour resources, Taiwan has few raw materials, yet this is made up by a high human capital which stimulates economic growth. That is, they have fewer natural resources but very cheap labour. Digital communication systems within Taiwan includes the National Digital Archives program, which endorses both the internet and digitalized technologies. As well, e-commerce is predominantly designed to improve the quality of service for customers. Evidently, e-commerce is less effective in the retail sector as it is in the manufacturing sector in Taiwan. This is because retail is more domestic market orientated. In terms of an educated workforce, since the early 1960s, Taiwan has had a highly educated workforce. Combined with government investment, this has led to high levels of national capital. In terms of supporting services, facilities and suppliers, 7-Eleven have unique partnerships with manufacturers that are quality focused. These companies offer complete commitment to 7-Eleven's product development process. That process begins with identifying consumer needs and wants, and ends with a product that goes above and beyond the quality benchmark. Distribution Centre, CDC, aids in delivering fresher foods in better packaging to customers. As well, the Food Marketing Institute and the Grocery Manufacturers Association exist to improve any issues within the company's supply chain. 7-Eleven currently dominates the convenience store industry in Taiwan, predominantly due to its first mover advantage. There has also been a rapid increase in the per capita income of the market, with average income coming to $44,000 per month in New Taiwan, and the minimum wage increasing to $22,000 per month in New Taiwan. Due to the high intensity competition for convenience stores in Taiwan, stores do need to improve their product offerings on a daily basis in order to create specialised demand for their products and maximise the frequency. Evidently, they are offering a wider range of products and services than their competitors. This includes a dry cleaning service. In this way, they have maintained over 50% of outlet share throughout the years, and their shares have remained relatively stable.
Hi, look at the product range. Would you like an interview from me?
Since opening in 1927, 7-Eleven has successfully expanded to have a presence in the global market. It emerged in Taiwan in 1980 and has entered the most dense convenience store network in the world, but also a thriving economic climate. As a convenience store, 7-Eleven has to think about quick sales in order to keep their products up to date. Also, a Porter's 5-Force analysis suggests that the convenience store industry is not the most attractive to enter, but 7-Eleven has managed to build a strong presence and standing in the market. A SWOT analysis conveys that 7-Eleven should continue to focus on differentiating their products, open stores in good locations, train their employees better, and look to expand quickly into China to capture a strong market presence. 7-Eleven provides many services to try and differentiate themselves from their competitors, including Wi-Fi and taxi services for those too impaired to drive themselves. They've positioned themselves in the international market as a recognizable brand that is continuing to appeal to consumers of all different types of age levels. To fully integrate into the international market, 7-Eleven has adopted a transnational strategy that allows them to integrate into the local market, while still keeping the roots to the 7-Eleven that started all the way back in 1927, providing bread, eggs, and milk. We hope you enjoyed our presentation and thank you for listening.